Welcome everyone to another episode of Wizards Outlook. We got Cardell Dudley Jr. here, Wilson Tarpe Jr. Now, Washington Wizards again. This is the second night of their road trip out west. Uh, the Sacramento Kings. Domantas Sabonis had himself a night. We've talked about several times this year what it's like for rookies. And, Stars had some welcome to the league moments. This is definitely one of them, dealing with Domas tonight. But I just want to get your take on outside of his big game. Just talk about the type of tone that's set for Sacramento and the type of problems it causes. Because we know what Sabonis brings to the table for Sacramento. Because as much he does a little bit of everything for them.
Yeah, it's no secret. Physical big men give the Wizards problems. They are outside of Jonas. They really don't have much physicality up front, and problem is Valanciunas is coming off the bench. So when they face these physical bigs, him, the Giannis's of the world, Cat, any big with skill, size, and strength, they know how to play. They go to work, and by the time Jones come in, the damage is already done. That's kind of what you saw. I think De'Aaron Fox had like 7 assists in the first quarter. Something crazy. He definitely set the tone, right away that, I'm going to dominate and there's nothing y'all can do about it. He had 14 and 7 in the first quarter, 14.7 rebounds. No, my fault. De'Aaron Fox had 2 points and 4 assists in the first quarter along with him. You know what I mean? It was just one of those nights where the Kings understood with him going 6 and 8 in the first quarter. All right, he had it going. Let's not complicate this. Let's just play through him, man. And boy, did they ever. And the Wizards really had no resistance. They really had no answer to try to stop him. Not many in the league do, but definitely the Wizards, you know what I mean? Halftime, he already had a double-double with 18 points and 11 rebounds. Sabonis did 2 assists. De'Aaron Fox only had 6 points, but he had 8 assists. Well, 1 for 4. That goes to show you he understood the mission. Just keep going through Sabonis. And if they don't stop it, hell, it's going to be an easy W. You know what I mean? Then other guys started chipping in, specifically Malik Monk, 14 points, 5 or 7 from the field for the most part. And it was just a clinic. Then DeMar DeRozan woke up. He had 15 points and a half. And that was pretty much game. As usual, the Wizards fought, especially in the third quarter. That's the only quarter that they won. Corey Kispert got going a little bit. Kuz, he had his 6 points. He got to the free throw line. Other guys chipped in. Bub had 4 and 2 in the third quarter. Alex Sarr, tried to fight back. That's what they always do. And once they get down big, but the damage was already done. And it's unfortunate that they keep having these problems sooner or later. And we know Sarr it's an off-season thing for him. He has to get in the lab, he has to get in the weight room and really get stronger so that he's able to hold his own to go along with his athleticism and his skill, man. It goes to show you no matter how much they try to change the game with the analytics and trying to have bigs play more on the perimeter, at the end of the day, if you can't hold your position inside on both ends of the floor, it's gonna be a long night for you. It's kind of it's kind of similar to football, man. I don't care how many skilled players you have on the outside, receivers, quarterback, running back. The game is won in the trenches. If you don't have a line or your defensive line is trash, you can't create any pressure, and running backs just going through there and not feeling nothing or something like that, you're going to lose. And that's pretty much where the Wizards are, man. I wish it was more I could say. It seemed like every game is the same old thing. You know what I mean? Especially on a back-to-back, man. They played the Warriors last night, and that's you understood that the Kings were going to try to take it to them early and get them up out of there, understanding that. But every team plays back-to-backs. It's part of the NBA, so there's no excuses. They got to try to figure out how to change some things, man, because I would love to see, I'm going to have to look it up, I would love to see the production of bigs against the Wizards. I would love to see the average. Like how many points do star bigs average, points and rebounds? How much damage do the star opposing bigs do to the Wizards? Because it's got to be up there. They got to be amongst one of the worst teams because every time they face a quality big, the quality big puts up major numbers on them.
It made me think back. Sorry to interrupt, but it made me think back to, I think like maybe a month or two ago, you went down this rabbit hole. You found some numbers so about opposing two guards, the type of success they were having, right? And that's the first thing that jumped in my mind. So those are 2 to 5 positions we're talking about right there, where they're going through hell dealing with. Just to drive that point home of how hard it's been for them dealing with premier players. You have issues dealing with premier players both on the perimeter and inside. Mm-hmm. These are a lot of long nights.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously once the big, in this case Sabonis, establishes his presence, then everything else relatively becomes easier. Everybody can play off him because you're going to have to send 2, maybe even 3. And that opens up the shooters and cutters, and you can kind of dictate things more. Like, for instance, De'Aaron Fox, bad shooting night, 4 for 12. I mean, a couple more makes. He's at 50%, but he's 0 for 5 from deep. He only had 2 turnovers. He was a plus 24 because he had 12 points and 13 assists and 5 rebounds. He, like I said, he just set the tone. He just played off Sabonis, honestly. Made the right reads, and the game was kind of easy. DeMar DeRozan, he didn't shoot the ball particularly well, 9 for 21, but got to the free throw line. Obviously, he's going to live in the mid-range, 24.6 rebounds. Malik Monk finished with 23 points. He did shoot the ball well, 8 of 15, 3 for 6. And Keon Ellis, I'm already getting out the way. He's the X factor of the game, 6'8" from deep. 6'8" from deep, which further shows the impact of Sabonis. Because once you see, there he is right there on cue. There, because once you see somebody hit a couple threes, you naturally be like, all right, I'm going to stay close to him, take away his airspace, contest, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? But can't do that with Sabonis. Can't do that with him on the floor. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because even if he misses, you won't worry about him getting an offensive rebound and going back up if he had 4 offensive rebounds. You see what I'm saying? So he just caused a lot of problems that the Wizards had no answers for, and that's why they was on the short end tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Points in the paint, Sacramento 52-40. Sums up the game right there.
Yeah, I think a key part that you brought up is obviously what the offseason looks like for Sarr, because right now he can't even use his athleticism with some of the matchups because of the deficiency with strength. The times, when he's okay is the nights when he uses, that athleticism, which is something he has in his pocket that is a great equalizer for him against maybe not the premier bigs. He's fine because those guys, you're giving ground. You can't get to the athleticism at all. There's nothing you could do when you're being like. I think I know we had the clip of one of the drives when Sabonis drove and dunked. It was another one earlier when he just went. It was a strong left hand layup, but you can see just Sabonis was unbothered by a whole human being being attached to him going to the basket. Mm-hmm. And again, it's a rookie. Again, don't want to belabor the point. Again, this is part of rookie growing pains. Like Sarr's going through it, Bub and Key going through it at times as well. Like, this is the NBA. Folks are more physically mature already. You're finding out exactly what you need to work on. But yeah, Adomas just it's hell to deal with. There's a couple guys in the league as bigs that are really good hubs. I know everybody, obviously Joker. Your boy is Houston, Sengun. Yeah, Sengun's one. Sabonis is another one of those guys where it's just they put so much pressure on the defense. And again, for anybody trying to think, I'm not saying they're doing the exact same thing that Joker's doing or on that level. Just saying, when you have premier bigs that can be hubs, it puts defenses in hell. It's just really tough, like you said. I thought Malik Monk did a wonderful job playing off him. And Keon Ellis, when he got hot, I thought it was timely. at the end of quarters. The quarter that Washington won, the third quarter that they won, then Keon hit a couple shots at the end of the third, heading into the fourth. They didn't win the quarter, but it's momentum leading into it. Is Washington's trying to create? I'm sure Washington wanted to win that quarter by more than one. Keon's shots were timely. But like you said, the X factor, so we'll just get to player of the game. I think we already mentioned that as well.
Yeah, obviously it's Sabonis. And like you said, a hub. I think what you mean by hub, for people that may not understand what you're trying to say, is big that you can actually play through, because he can score and he can make plays from anywhere on the floor. That's what you mean by hub. You know, a lot of bigs, they can get it done scoring wise, but they really can't make you pay with the pass. Man, they'll kick it back out, but that's not really making you pay. That's just resetting the offense, so to speak. You know, these guys you're mentioning, you can put Giannis in that mix, you know, Karl Anthony Towns. There are a few bigs across the league, Wemby, where they can make the play and they're going to get the ball to the guy that's open. That's going to make you pay for your defense trying to compromise and come and stop me with 2 or 3. You know what I mean? And it's more than just passing out of the double. You know, anybody can do that. You just, hey, the guy's closest to me, I can get the ball to him. Here you go. That's not really making a defense play. Making the defense play is like, I'm going to let the double come to me. I'm going to see who's open and who's the biggest possible threat to make them pay for coming to double me. Because then that will make them stop doubling me. Now I can get back to going to work one-on-one. You know, basketball is not difficult. It's a very simple game. We as humans just make it difficult. So it's been going on. Look at and if you, it's been going on since we began another game. And if George Mikan, the first superstar, and you don't believe me, go back through history, all great big men. You know, Shaq with the Lakers had a lot of shooters around him. B. Shaw, Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, Glenn Rice was there. You know, Ron Harper knocking down. Obviously, Kobe. You know, Tyronn Lue. A lot of shooters. So you had a double, and that's why they won 3 in a row. Yeah, you could double, but some other effort when you got Kobe out there, he can throw it to, and he can go create one-on-one or throw the lob to, or Glenn Rice spotting up across the court because you come in the double. Or Derek Fisher, Big Shabazz, B. Shaw, Rick Fox. Forgot about Rick Fox and all as well. No, it's hard, but you got to double Shaq. You know what I'm saying? You got to, or it's gonna be 40 and 20 every night. So same with Duncan. You know, we can go down the line. So that's basically what you saw tonight, and that's the luxury of having a big that can get it done from the low post, mid post, perimeter, pick and pop, pick and roll situations, sideline, pick and pop, pick and roll. It doesn't matter. Pick and slips, you know what I'm saying? He can kill you in a variety of ways, man. And that's what you saw. Like you said, unbothered. The man was 12 for 16 from the field and only took 3 threes. So he had 29, 18, and 4. And 29 minutes or something like that? 31 minutes. 31 minutes. 29, 18, and 4. Come on now. I mean, and to bring it home, the defensive rating for these guys, for the Kings tonight, 90.8. 90.8. They was on point on that end too, which made it difficult for the Wizards to even try to get something going, man. So yeah, Doug Christie got them boys, you know, looking good. Obviously, with them replacing Mike Brown, it put the pressure on the players to have to step up and play, and that's what they're doing. To me, they could have been doing it the whole time, but we won't get into that. But yeah, Sabonis, he definitely left his imprint on the game tonight.
For sure. And did you have anything you wanted to add on X Factor with Keon Ellis? I know we'd already talked about it already.
He's becoming one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league. You know, he you know, in the NBA program, my man, front office program, he was one of the backup trades. He's just young for a team that we was trying to elevate for a project, and he was one of the trades. You know what I mean? He's coming into his own 3rd year in the league, starting to figure it out, starting to figure out his role. You know, and it takes some guys time. You know, especially playing behind other top flight guards like De'Aaron Fox and now DeMar DeRozan. It takes time, but he's figuring it out. one, he's bringing the defense, and two, he's hitting shots from the outside. So yeah, I think he's around 40% or better. You gotta check after this game. Definitely gonna be above 40% now after 6'8" for sure. But yeah, man, he's coming into his own as being one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league, man. He's gonna be coveted if the Kings don't keep him. And it's just a testament to him just staying with it. And went to the D League, G League early in his career, figured it out, got better, came back up, and he won't be going back down there anytime soon. If he keep it up, nice paydays coming this way, and it's well earned and well deserved.
I got you on to looking it up real quick on the year. He's shooting 42.9. Let's call it 43 from the floor this season. It's 42.5 for his career. Like you said, hitting 75% of your threes a night goes a long way. In the last 10, he's shot 47% from deep.
Yeah, he's scorching earth. He's been huge for them. He's been huge for them. And one key thing that's also happened, Malik Monk got inserted into the starting lineup. And people may not understand that chemistry with De'Aaron Fox goes all the way back to Kentucky. And they've been doing damage for a long time. I've seen them in college play the Barclays when they was in the backcourt. It was them two and Bam Adebayo, and they was doing a lot of damage. So that chemistry goes a long way. So that's been instrumental. Just that simple move's been instrumental in the Kings kind of resurging and putting wins together.
And like you said, with Malik going back to the starting lineup, is a great opportunity for Keon, and he seized it. He sees that role because Malik was coming off the bench there prior to the coaching change. But again, it's a West Coast trip. We'll see you guys in a couple days. I think they got Clippers and Lakers next. I believe I don't want to say the wrong order, but it's Tuesday night. Lakers Tuesday night and Clippers Thursday night. Yeah, and then a couple of days after that, Saturday is Phoenix as that trip continues. And
life in the league.
Perfectly said. Y'all have a great evening. We'll talk with you all soon.